So, you're thinking of going to Egypt but are wondering if Cairo deserves a spot on your itinerary. I'm sure you've heard many people describe the city as dirty, unsafe, and even overly crowded. But is Cairo really as bad as they say? In this video, you can make your own mind up and see if Cairo is for you. But regardless of where you go in Egypt, here are some tips before you travel. When it comes to visas, Egypt was fuss-free. You'll be able to purchase an on-entry visa before going through passport control for $50 per person, so be sure to withdraw cash to have on hand. Egypt has a closed currency, meaning you can't withdraw Egyptian cash before travelling, and so you'll need to use an ATM when you arrive, as Egyptians mostly use cash. I'd also recommend purchasing a local SIM card to ensure you're connected wherever you are. There are plenty of companies to choose from at baggage collection, and most take card or cash. We paid £6 each for 10 gigabytes of data. Bathroom. That shower is unbelievable. That is the shower I dream of having. Then we come into the bedroom. Wardrobe space again. And an amazing hieroglyphics. And this is where it gets serious. So we have a balcony, but this is not just any balcony. So we have made it out of the hotel. We are currently in an Uber on our way to the first mosque, which is called...
It's called?
Oh yeah, which is called Do you know what it's called?
What? Ibn Tulun.
Ibn Tulun. So we're on our way there. I've checked with the hotel. All the mosques are open for the public as tourists as well. So we have a busy day of lots of mosques. They all look beautiful. I don't think have you ever been inside a mosque before?
Not that I can think of. Maybe in Morocco, maybe.
I don't think I've ever been inside a mosque before. But I'm really looking forward to it. As I said earlier, feeling very feminine and beautiful in this headscarf. Although this bit is kind of annoying me, that bit. I don't know how to... My hijabi girls, why is that side like that and that one's not? I do not know. But yeah, this is it. And yeah. On our way, first day in Egypt. I'm absolutely in love with this country. Honestly, I was saying to Ollie, like, I feel really safe. It's very relaxed, actually. Like where we are, we're right in front of the pyramids, and it's very peaceful. Not like, it doesn't feel like there's loads of commotion going on. I'm sure Cairo today will be different. It'll be very busy, but I'm really looking forward to it. People said the hagglers was like unbearable at the pyramids. We've had a few people come up to us, but to be honest, like, as in, it's really not that bad so far anyway. If you just say maybe later, no thank you, they just go, okay, thank you, and they leave you alone. So that's been our experience at the moment so far anyway. As I say, we'll see how things are in Cairo, but we have been given advice to not even look or engage in people. But yeah, on our way now. So we're in the first mosque. We just paid a donation, and this is what we can see.
So we are currently at one of the working mosques, it seems. It's absolutely beautiful. A lot of the mosques that we've been to before seem to be kind of not really being used in terms of prayers. You can, as you would in kind of Catholic churches and things around Europe, you can still pray if you feel led to, but I think a lot of them are more burial sites for the royals. This, however, you can hear teachings going on. The men and women are in either side. It's much more modern. The floor is like, shiny. So it's like, I've never been in anything like this before. It's extremely beautiful and white. It kind of reminds me of that, place that people take pictures of in Abu Dhabi. But, yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. And yeah, my first time in like an active mosque. So, I'm really so glad that I wore this, just all of today, because I just feel like I blend in. No one's kind of caused me any fuss. And I just feel like I'm really blending in and being respectful of the locals. And I really enjoy that. It just felt really comfortable for me to cover myself up and wear this. So I'm really, really enjoying wearing my hijab and my dress. And yeah, really loving the sights of Cairo so far. We are at the Al-Alzhar, I think that's how you say it. I'm sure it's not, park, which is this huge, massive park, in Cairo. I guess you could call it the Hyde Park of Cairo, Egypt. It is very beautiful. It is very much manicured, lovely paths. People are, talking and being in groups. There's lots and lots of wedding photos being taken here. So, oh my gosh, we've seen, at first we just thought there was one wedding going on, because as we were getting our tickets, we saw a lady and the groom and we were like, wow, it's a wedding. Then we saw a second one. We thought, oh, that must be a coincidence. And then we put two and two together and realized this must be the hotspot for getting your wedding pictures taken, because we have been counting up the couples using, and it's definitely more than one handful. So there's lots of professional photos being taken here. It's very modern. It feels a lot more Western, if you call it that, as we've been in old Cairo for most of the day, where it's a lot more traditional. It's got a lot more kind of more of a rugged feel to it, a lot more traditional. It's very, very beautiful, as I say. There are dragonflies everywhere at the moment, like hundreds of dragonflies all over the place. Yeah, and also something that I've also noticed is in this part, particularly, I've seen a lot more skin than I have anywhere else, especially today anyway. Of course, this is our first day in Cairo. I've seen a lot of people who are wedding guests that have their shoulders out, many more people with their hair out, even children not having their head covers and things. So there's a lot more modern dressing, a lot more jeans, a lot more Western style clothes, which is really interesting to see. And I wonder why that may be in this place. But overall, it is beautiful. We are now going to wrap up. We are both exhausted. It's been a long day, and we're going to get a Uber home and then have a really lovely shower, have a lie down, relax, rest before our evening meal. But it's been an amazing, successful day. I'm absolutely in love with this country and this city so far. Absolutely, it's probably the best place I've ever been to. Vietnam has always been number one for so many years when I went on my travels at 18 years old. But this is definitely so different and so rich in culture that it absolutely trumps it as number one so far. And this is just the beginning of our trip. So I will catch up with you then. time to take this off. I've had this on all day. I almost forget what I look like without this on now. I have loved and really channeled this. You were saying that back home, my boyfriend was like, it wouldn't surprise me if you started wearing these, because I've really gone on about it all day. I don't know how she did this. I got someone from one of the waitresses from upstairs at our hotel to do it, and no idea how to do it myself. And to be honest, I don't think I would know how to do it even now. So when and if I need to do this again on this trip, I will be asking somebody else. But everyone has different styles, so I wonder if I'll get a different style. I got these little magnets off Shein, these tiny little balls. So I got them in neutral colours because that's kind of like what most of my outfits are. And then, oh god, this isn't a look. I've got a bold cap on. So yeah, you can see it's really comfy and it's all very secure. I've got a bun here. And I went for a neutral because it's just the contrast. I thought it was a cute contrasting colour there, because I've got brown here, the kind of khaki colour there. So, oh god, that's like stuck to my head. That is literally stuck to my head. Oh, I do have hair. Oh, feels a bit, I kind of miss it. Actually kind of miss it. It's 8 o'clock now. We've been up since 7, and obviously the heat, lots of walking around. We've just come back from dinner, and all I want to do right now is just get in a hot shower, have a good clean, take off my makeup, do my skincare, wash my hair, put my pajamas on, and just zone out. Like, I feel like we may have to do this catch up tomorrow. But honestly, as I said before, I love Egypt, and truly I love how culturally rich it is. It is like stepping in, it's like stepping back in time. It's like stepping back into another world. And for me, when I'm traveling, that is what I'm looking for. I don't want to go and pay lots of money to basically leave my country in the UK to step into something that's virtually the same. People who look like me, talk like me, eat like me, dress like me. That doesn't appeal to me. Not that places like America I don't ever want to go, but they're just not at the top of my list at all. And I feel like the most culturally interesting places are the places that are also quite affordable. And yeah, this just, honestly, as a Christian myself, the architecture and the way women are dressed and the kind of cultural values that are so apparent within the wider society it's like stepping back into biblical times. The buildings are so rustic and everything's like the same color, but it doesn't look it doesn't kind of like downtrodden. It just fits, and you just think, wow, we share the same stars, the same moon, the same sun. Like we're in the same world, and yet people's lives and cultures and customs day to day are just worlds apart, and things that are normal in our country are not normal here, and vice versa. And it just is just incredible. And I think that's why I've loved wearing my hijab and things today. I love embracing that culture. I love trying the food, you know, trying to learn bits of the language. Like, that is what truly, for me, travel is all about, and it just sets my heart alight. So that's why Egypt so far, and we're literally at the beginning. We're day 1. We're here for like 16 days. That's why it's just straight to the top of my list. And yeah, unbelievable. And okay, I said I was gonna have a catch up later, but we're kind of doing it now. So one of the things that I was thinking is that I feel like a lot of people, because of the way that the Western media portrays the Arab world and a lot of Islamophobia and things in the UK, a lot of people are quite apprehensive and nervous to come to Arab countries or Islam faith countries. They could be more wary, danger, and also lots of things that are going on in the world. And I understand, I totally understand. And what I will say is that if you are at all hesitant or apprehensive about coming because of the culture, perhaps you're a woman and you're thinking, it may not feel safe for you, or you may feel harassed, or you may feel uncomfortable. Honestly, in our experience in this first day anyway, being in central Cairo amongst all of the local people, being in a more touristy spot by the pyramids, we have experienced nothing but the warmest hospitality from the Egyptian people. Everyone is so helpful. They want to help. I think be respectful of the faith and all of the culture as well. Just because we dress in one way in the UK doesn't mean that it's appropriate here. You know, whatever you believe, it's only basic manager in their country, in their space, to honour that. Be respectful, cover your shoulders and your chest, don't, you know, wear anything. It's kind of common sense. Come on, just be respectful. Honestly, I felt so safe. That is the main point I'm trying to make. We have felt so safe, genuinely, even in the airport, everything. I have felt very at peace, very calm, very safe, more so than even places so in London. And another thing that I've also been surprised about is I expected Cairo in particular. Someone goes, lots of people I've heard on different videos and maybe people who've gone, oh, Cairo, it's not that nice, it's very dirty, it's very this, it's maybe not that safe. Again, it's been so peaceful. Very, very shocked. I thought even outside the pyramids that it was going to be full of like people trying to sell you stuff and haggle and blah, blah, and it was just going to be a lot of sensory overload. I thought it was going to be camels and horses and, you know, barking at the dogs and kind of like poo, 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 poo. Not at all. Not at all. Like, it has been so peaceful. Even waking up, like, you could barely hear anything. It was so calm. I don't know if it's the time of year we're going, September, but it has not been busy. Even in Cairo, everyone was keeping to themselves. The haggling, again, people say it's horrendous. They'd never come back. Like, the haggling is awful. And we just haven't had that experience. At first, when we stepped out, of course, there are people who are going to be like, hi, excuse me, where are you from? And can we offer you this? Of course, I mean, you get that anywhere in Europe, anywhere. And at first we did what we had been advised, again, by videos and people, which is to kind of not even engage, almost look past and just go, you know, okay. But very quickly, within the second person that approached us, we realized that by just looking them in the eye and go, no thank you, they'd go, okay, thank you, no worries. And a lot of people in the bazaar, in the markets in Cairo, again, it must be because they've seen the effects or heard the effects of tourism online and things that people are not liking from a Western culture, being haggled, being pressured, being in their face. People are literally, one of the first things they're saying is, look, no pressure, you know, but would you? And as soon as you say no thank you, they go, no problem, thank you, have a nice day. They might then just for friendly chit chat say, where are you from? And they go, London, okay, great, have a nice day. So again, do not worry about that. I think Egypt is incredible, and I think so many people miss out on this phenomenal country. And as I say, this is day one, this phenomenal country, because they're afraid of the faith, because they're afraid of the men and harassment, of, you know, the haggling culture. We've experienced none of that. Whoa. Have the lights just gone out for you?
No.
The lights have gone out here?
Uh-oh.
Okay, they're back on. I think that's a cue to wrap up. Please do not be swept up in what the media tell you with everything that's going on, because everyone has been so kind. And just on cue, the light show for the pyramids has just begun, where they give the history of the pyramids and light them up. And so I'm gonna get showered, get dressed, and watch that from my balcony. So that's where they sit, that's the entrance. You can see here it says sound and light show. Instead,
we are here. Not a bad trade-off, I don't think. Anyway, good night from Egypt!